Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, in today's session, we have feedback given by people who are based in the market, because I put one ad and asked people to tell me what's going on in the market. I have updates about Princess Haya, letters from people working in Thumbay Group. Remember my previous video where I shared a letter of how Thumbay Group does a lot of illegal and unethical stuff, which they claim. So I got a couple of letters which I'll share with you. UAE news, plenty of it, and feedback from people in the Middle East. Okay, so let's quickly jump in. By the way, video will be long. Remember this, timestamps and my contact details are mentioned down below. So let's quickly jump in. First is a thank you letter given by this retail sales manager who said, if you ever need to transform your business or personal branding, Mr. Loy Machedo is one of the best mentors who delivers value, what you're looking for. Thank you very much for that recommendation. I worked on this guy's resume and he was, first he was like very skeptical, but after I worked on his resume in the first session, we had 5 sessions, he was like, wow, this is amazing, Loy. I was wondering why you charge so much. I was pretty pissed off and skeptical, but you have convinced me. Just first session, but there are still more sessions. Anyway, a lot of work to be done. So anyway, thank you very much for the thank you letter. The next one is a guy based in Dubai, censored his name. Nice number he has, very similar digits, must have paid a lot of money for it. Anyway, he says, hello, Loy, I am so-and-so, business owner in Dubai, and your videos, spelling mistake, is a very important guide to what I'm now, so thanks. Honestly, when I saw you first, I thought you're just a fucker. Oof, you're just a fucker taking revenge from Dubai and as a new employee to Dubai, but I kept your opinion as reference. You were correct, you was correct. In your vision, I'm still correct. In your analysis, so I started taking the other path. I would like to listen to positive vision from your side about other countries that would be a better place to live and invest. My answer is very simple. Invest in the country where you live, stay, have contacts, and have knowledge about. And I would advise you to do a bit more marketing to reach more people new to Dubai so that you can change their whole life. People who are hungry, they get in touch with me. I don't reach out to people. Okay. Thanks, dude. By the way, your rude way of talking is very inspiring. I'm very happy to know that. Okay, let's move into the UAE Expats. The reports that people send me, these, I'm not giving names and designations because plenty of people wrote to me. Actually, I put this ad on, not ad, I put this JPEG image and I asked people, listen, tell me what's happening, what is not mentioned in the papers. So I got lots of them. So that is why I'll just quickly move on. I will not give the name and designation or details. Just in a nutshell, what they wrote. One guy said, Loy, the job market is very stagnant. It's very tough to get jobs. Another guy said, Loy, most of the jobs being advertised are fake. I cross-verified and found it fake. An employee of Landmark Group, very senior position, didn't expect a guy from Landmark Group to be here, said 90% of the people working in my company, Landmark Group, don't deserve the job they're working for. Don't deserve the job they're working for. And 10% who are deserving are leaving the company. Okay, then why you still sticking around? Anyway, next one is banker. He said, Loy, the banks, even though are merging, there are no regulations in the bank and people are confused what is to be done. Another guy says, civil rights of workers who demand salaries are being exploited. Many of them are living on charity. I received a couple of emails where they said their companies are not paying them on time, but just giving a few details, I didn't think it's worth mentioning the company names. Another guy said, Loy, the new complaint center for the Ministry of Labour has been outsourced since many people are protesting for wages. That'll be fun. Okay, it seems that Dubai police is on high alert because the number of robbery and scam incidents have been increasing. Those who do robbery are getting deported. It seems Avir jail is overcrowded. I wonder how this guy knows that. Is he there? Okay, and Avir jail gives you very bad food. Obviously, they're not going to give you a 7-course meal. One other guy said, Dubai is a pretty big mess. One other gentleman said, Loy, just to let you know, international journalists are being barred at the airport, especially those who speak against Dubai. And Dubai knows who these journalists are. There is a list of journalists who are blacklisted. Okay. One of them said, Loy, many YouTubers are getting caught, especially the ones who are speaking against Dubai. A Pakistani YouTuber was banned from Dubai for escalating labor issues. Okay. By the way, UAE Viral, which is being run by one of friends who I know, he's one of my Facebook friends. UAE Viral has been blocked in the UAE by certain, I think it is Salah or Do, not too sure. So if you want to check out some of the realities, I use his website sometimes to check, verify information. He provides the controversial bit. So UAEviral.com is blocked in Dubai, okay, in UAE. One other guy said most of the workers are demanding to leave but are not being allowed. In my company, many of them want to leave, but our owner is not allowing them. Another guy said Indian embassy is doing very less to employ. Don't ask people to go to Indian embassy. One other chap said, I went to Dubai Mall. He gave me a couple of photographs here. He said, there's nobody here. You can see during peak time, it's totally empty. And then one of them sent me a photograph from JBR saying that JBR was empty. But isn't afternoon, normally people are not there. Okay. Another guy, I go to UAE, I go to clubs and nightclubs. Now, before they had an entry fee and nothing they were offering. Now, with entry fee, you can get free drinks with a minimum purchase of 100. These are high-end clubs. The Dubai and Karama bars for Indians and Pakistanis are offering 2 beers and a shisha for 50 dirhams. That's a good price. Okay, everyone is in a panic mood. I spoke to some of my friends who run bars. They're like, it's better to take your money and run away. Okay. Then, I was at Dubai Mall. I was passing by to pick up my daughter at a souvenir and side shop. One of the owners even tried to sell to my daughter, enticing her with a free gift. He's saying, this is how bad the market is. Okay. Another guy says, you hardly see any tourists from Saudi or GCC. Even Indian tourists are very less. There used to be a VVIP area in Dubai Mall. Now that is open to public. You can see how hard things are becoming. Okay. Guy working for a newspaper, he said, look at the newspapers. The ads on the newspapers are very less. Don't have to believe me, just check it out. The Gulf News, which was one of the biggest papers, now looks like a 7 days published paper. Okay. A guy who has shops in Dubai saying every day traders are leaving. We are afraid to give anyone goods on credit. Some of the shop owners left with all their expensive electronics in their shop. It's becoming a case for survival. One other guy said, even if you get a job offer, you have to pay for your job. I know of a senior manager in Samsung in UAE. He asked me to buy him a sports bike after I get the job. One other candidate who got hired gave him a luxury watch, and I noticed it when they met over coffee. All high-end jobs are now going to the dogs, and if you want to get jobs, you've got to pay money. I didn't know this was happening in UAE. I know it happens in India. Anyway. Okay, so I got this guy who is a writer on Quora. He said, I found this on Quora. And surprise, surprise, people are still writing about me. So it's nice to know that I'm still being featured on Quora. Which Quorans should be banned? So I don't know whether they're supporting me, I should be banned, or you shouldn't be banned. Anyway, read it. I'll put the link below. Coming to Princess Haya, I got so many people sending me, even now, as I was putting up this video, people are like, do you know Princess Haya ran away? And it's old news, my friend. In fact, I spoke to an Emirati who's based in UAE. He said, this problem has been going on for quite some time. The Arab media knew about it. Arab bloggers knew about it. People knew about it, but everyone was afraid to talk about it. And one of them even said, he actually called me and said, this is a personal family matter. I don't know why people are talking about it. So, this is what people have said. People are still giving me, guys, it's old news. Stop sending me those messages. Did you read this? I read it. It seems one of them even sent me that Princess Haya has not been using her Twitter account. Obviously, when you have problems, you're not going to use your Twitter account. And like I said, I don't want to keep harping about this one, but it is pretty shocking. It is pretty shocking. Personally speaking, what is my opinion is, this is a private family matter. Yes, it's news. Yes, it's spicy. I also took I had a poll on YouTube and asked people, what do you think? Do you think this is private family matter? I gave them a couple of options. So almost everyone felt that this is a private family matter. We should leave them alone. I personally, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to a married couple. I would always say it's a private thing. Let it go. And if they do have to break up in a nice way. You don't have to break up in a bad way. But then again, let's... Next one is Thumbay group. if you had checked my previous video, I spoke about Thumbay Group. It was by a letter that was sent to me by one of the ex-employees who, ex-employees or employees, I can't remember because I received so many letters. So he exposed Thumbay Group with his letter. And I told people, see, listen, if you think what I'm saying is true, write to me. If you think what I'm saying is false, write to me. Either case, I will share whatever information you give me. So people also gave me links to glassdoor.com, which speaks about companies, which reviews companies. And there I saw many negative reviews about Thumbay Group. Now, this letter that I got, obviously cannot give you names, but I received a couple of letters, and out of the letters that I've received, these are the top 3 that I thought I should share with you. He says, this guy, without, taking his name, "Hi Loy, I saw the video regarding Thumbay Group. 4 years ago, they hired me and gave me a chance to prove myself, but I was wrong when I entered Thumbay. The HR department is worst. I'll tell you how. The HR manager, Mr. Siddiq, was hired as a cleaner 11 or 12 years ago. Then he became a security guard and then an office boy, and finally now he is the HR manager. Wow. I think he must be incredibly smart, or the company doesn't have money to get professionals. Okay, one of the two. So whatever. Good for him that he started off from a cleaner to become an HR manager. Okay. He doesn't know how to talk or negotiate. I was hired for 7,000 dirhams and remained in the same salary for the 4 years that I worked there until I finally left in 2018. I was in charge of one of the departments of the university, but after 1 year, they gave me the responsibility of the whole department of the GMU University. I think that's Gulf Medical University. Yeah. I kept emailing the HR manager, including head of department and chancellor of the university, but they don't know how to read emails. Really? Okay. If you check the qualification of HR, they are not even a graduate. Okay. Personally speaking, yeah, I think education in terms of paper is overrated. However, in certain functions, you do need an education, you do need a little bit of qualification, and like I say, it works both the sides. Okay. Thumbay Group buys brand new luxury cars, private planes for themselves, but they don't pay the salaries, and increment policy is at its worst. When you renew a contract, they put a condition that if you leave this company, by breaking the contract, you have to pay the full salary, not basic. You have to pay them back. Okay. And the basic salary is never increased, and they put it as low as possible. Another fraud. They cheat employees by not giving any air ticket to go back to their home country. They also eat that money. I think millions of dirhams. They don't provide medical insurance since 2017, and you have to pay the whole amount of the medical bills. No family coverage, which I don't seem to understand. You are a hospital, you are a medical thing. You should be providing this. Okay. Another thing, they are taking huge loans from banks and building their own personal houses and villas, buying planes and luxury cars. They are the worst of the worst employers, I must say. They trap you like hell and eat your benefits and do not clear you even after you complete the contract. They provide zakat to their own family employees. They also keep their passports with them. I had a strong argument with the HR that I must keep my passport with me. They treat their employees very often. Okay, they treat their employees bad. Okay. In my last, Mr. Thumbay is considered God for everyone among employees because they behave like God, but they aren't. They also don't give a ticket when you finish 1 year and go for vacation. Even a small company provides that. So this is one of the employees of Thumbay Group. The second one, which I thought was worth sharing, is from a fake account, I guess. He says, so I have a few words that is completely true. He's talking about Thumbay Group. He had put this as a comment. Sorry, he put this as a comment under the video. The salaries are delayed by 3 months for more than a year now. Many staff have left. The Ministry of Labour has banned them from employing new employees. They also denied their permission to open 2 new projects in Ajman. The root cause seems to be sudden expansion with no knowledge in finance. They have qualified employees, but they are muted due to the family-run business. They also seem to have invested huge amounts in the Indian elections and the world, and they bet on the wrong horse. They seem to be stressed and trying to fix the issue by getting new investors, but it's a year now and ... Okay, so this was by, I'm pretty sure it must be a fake account. Okay. Now, the third letter, this one is the final letter that I want to share with you about Thumbay Group. Now, this one is pretty detailed, and I'll read it out to you. So it's pretty shocking. Okay, this one really gives all the details. Okay. Now, dear Loy, I've watched your YouTube regarding the issues of Thumbay Group. I would like to thank you for giving us such a support. I would like to thank you for such a support you give for us. Actually, I have been looking for a way on how to address this issue to the public. I'm seeing good candidates are rushing in to Thumbay to get a career here. This place is the worst place to work. I am currently an employee of this company. I would like to invite our kind attention on some of the surprising HR policies here in Thumbay. I request you to do a second video because addressing these issues, because I got to know all about these only after joining, and I find myself trapped. At least if they're changing some of these policies, that would be great for the employees who are working here, the ones who come to join in future. I request you do not disclose my name anywhere, since they will kick me out without even paying a single penny to me. Obviously, I'll never do that. Don't worry. Okay. I wish to make a change here as well as other wish and find no way for it. Okay. So point number 1, he says, no NOC policy. Employees will not be given a no objection certificate, NOC. The NOC is for applying for a driver's license. In the first 2 years, as per HR policy, they don't give it. Even if we beg in front of the HR, explaining our issues, they will not listen. The human resource treats us like dogs. I don't understand what the hell is there if someone wants to take their driver's license. Well, the reason they don't want to give you a driver's license is because they are afraid or insecure that you will get your driver's license and you'll apply for a better job and then you'll move out. Because obviously in the UAE, if you have a driver's license, it opens up many more doors of opportunities. That's why they're not allowing. The next one is annual leave salary, only basic plus HRA. The reason why they give you a very small basic, this is just my view, is because then they have to compensate you based on the basic salary. That's why companies play by giving you the least amount in terms of a basic salary. The extras that they will, plus accommodation, plus transport, plus food and all that, that they don't have to worry, especially in the calculation of the gratuity. That is why most of the companies in UAE or the Middle East, they give you a very small basic salary, because if they give you a big salary that is basic, your gratuity also increases. So that's one good point while negotiating. Okay, annual salary only basic plus HRA. This really surprised me. They will not give you 100% of the salary for annual leave. They'll give you the basic, which is very, very less, and HRA. That is, I think, hourly rate allowance. Okay. I haven't heard about this policy anywhere before. And by the way, no air ticket before 2 years completion. Now, third one. In some cases, they said they don't even give air ticket. Okay. Third one is employee cannot order food from outside, which is so fucked up. Okay, for breakfast and lunch or even a light refreshment, employees are not allowed to order food from outside. We have to order food from terrace, restaurant, or blends and brews, which are under the Thumbay Group. Literally, they want employees to spend their money only inside the organization. Shame on you, if that is true. Number 4, limited contract and the trap. If we get good opportunities outside in the contract period, we need to pay them 3 months salary. Only then they'll give us the release. Wow, fantastic. Shame on you. Then they'll give us a release, or they'll put a labor ban on us. If they terminate us, they will look into all the ways to escape from paying the employee. They will make us sign in a clearance letter threatening us with a legal case, which is typical of Indian companies. Some of the Indian companies, not all, some of them are really fucked up this way. Shame on them. And then they like to parade, oh, I'm a visionary, I'm a rich guy. When you act like a fucking bastard and you fuck up people's lives like this, I mean, what are you trying to flaunt? You know, it's shame. This is shame. If it's true, it's a shame. Company will hold your passport, which is very common in the UAE. Okay, actually, this is against the labor law in the UAE, because the UAE company has no right to be the custodian of the employee's passport. So people who are applying for jobs in Thumbay Group, your passports will be taken away from you and you will be a prisoner of the company. Here they keep the passports with them from the day of joining and they'll give it back only if you're going on vacation or discontinuing the service in the company. Now, this is the worst thing that's happening right now. There are no salaries of employees for the last 4 to 5 months. They'll keep pending the salaries, not paying the salaries for the last 3 months. They'll release only 1 month's salary. Again, when it becomes 3 months salary pending, then they'll release 1 month's salary. How can people survive like this? All of us are working with so many liabilities and the employees are undergoing humiliation and insult in front of the landlord, the bank, the grocery shop, etc. The reason they're saying is because they're building a 500-bed hospital with all luxurious facilities. So what? Why employees should have to suffer for their brand growth? Of course, if they don't have money, don't do this. Of course, don't have money, don't fucking do this. Don't appear in the newspaper. Don't appear in the media as, oh, I'm a visionary. Fucking shame on you. If they built 3 hospitals at the same time, you're fucking retarded. 3 hospitals at the same time. They're buying new pharmacies. They're opening new clinics rapidly. They're just to show off their brand and employees are going through stress and strain. I think you got a retarded number of people who are working in your finance department or who are your consultants to give you advice to open 3 fucking new hospitals, new pharmacies, new clinics. All of them will shut down because until you make a business sustainable, do not open a new fucking business or a new outlet. We are having nightmares. We are urged to send our family back to our country. We are losing trust among ourselves because we can't pay anything on time. Surprisingly, all the business units of Thumbay has good business. I see the revenues of my faculty every day. They're taking all the money for the new hospital project. Even when we ask our salaries, there's no response from the HR, the finance and management. Why do we need to suffer for their brand growth? Very good question. If we resign, and they will ask and take our 3-month salary. Shame on you if you actually do that. You can verify all these things with any employees here. Once again, thanks for supporting us from a far place. You're doing a good job. Like I said, I'm reading out the emails and letters and comments put by people who are working for these companies. If you think what I'm saying is true, like and share and spread the message so other people don't fall for this trap. And also write on Glassdoor, which speaks about companies and reviews them. I'm just a reporter who reports people who share the information. So I hope this information helps you. If I'm wrong, please do comment. If I'm right, please do comment. Okay? Moving on, let's move on to news from UAE. And this one is a very good news, which I think I should clap hands for UAE government. Clap hands. I'm clapping for you. And I'm praising you. Why? Because it seems 1 million dirhams fine for leaving a baby in a car. Congratulations. Thank you very much, UAE. You're finally doing some good things. Okay. Khalid Times, it says, you get a 1 million dirhams fine and 10-year jail term for leaving your child in the car. Because this punishment falls under UAE's Child Rights of Wadima's law, which aims to protect children, especially from mental, physical, and emotional, especially their mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It comes on the heels of a number of incidents this month where children were left in closed vehicles, especially with the fucking AC off. How can you fucking leave that? And people even leave their pets, their dogs, and all that. I'm very glad. Please jail these bastards of parents, these human beings who do that. Jail them for life. They deserve to be fucking there. 10 million is good. Once they experience this, then they'll remember, oh, I shouldn't leave my child in the car. Next one. Now comes, this was the good side about UAE. Now comes the stupid side. UAE says, warning to social media influencers, you better get a license or pay 5,000 dirhams fine. And that's close to $1,500 or something if you operate without a license. Now, the National Media Council, NMC, National Media Council, have a dedicated team to monitor illegal activities on social media. And how does it become illegal? If you don't have a license. So they are making calls. Right now, they're being very nice. They're only making calls to unlicensed paid social media influencers that if you become a social media influencer, okay, and you don't have a license, they are going to fine you. First, they'll call you and just say, very bad, why don't you just take a license? So, warning. And if you still do it, well, that is where you get fined. It seems that a license is only 15,000 dirhams. That's the cost for the license. But then you also have to get a permit. You also have to get these additional extra expenses from the economic zone of this one of the 7 Emirates, and then you can become a social media influencer. But here's the thing: who is a social media influencer? How do you categorize someone as a social media influencer? Let's say I have many followers, and am I a social media influencer? Let's say I only talk, I don't take any money. Am I a social media influencer? Okay, if you take a product and you get sponsored and you talk about the product, okay, social media influence. But if you just have many followers, are you a social media influencer? So that's my big question. And here's another question. Let's say you earn only 100 dirhams or 500 dirhams per month. Is it then worth becoming a social media influencer? And here's another question, final question. What about those people who are starting from zero, who don't have anything, who don't have any influence, who don't have any followers, but they aspire to become, and they are not rich? Then what the fuck you do? I mean, how are you going to shut down everyone? I don't see this one being very practical. See, the problem with the UAE is they come out with so many laws, they come out with so many policies and procedures, but implementation of them becomes very, very hard. Okay, it seems that many social media influencers have complained of the high price to obtain a license and permit. Okay, and that is why, in a way, I'm kind of glad I left UAE. Okay, next one. It seems still sticking with the theme of online. You'll get a 500,000 dirhams fine for selling online illegally. And how is it that you sell online legally, illegally? Legally. It sounds like I'm singing a illegally. Okay. Is if you sell without a license, you can face 500,000 fine. This includes mums or ladies who operate online catering, tailoring, beauty business, clothes from parts of the world. The funny thing is, I know so many who are doing this, who sell garments, handbags, shoes, accessories, homemade food. I know so many who do it on so many social media groups, who do it in WhatsApp groups. I wonder, are you going to start arresting all of them? And I'm just a poor lady, man, sitting, doing nothing in the house, wants to help her husband, wants to pay off the expenses of living in a very expensive place like UAE. The school fees is increasing. Food costs are increasing. Inflation is there with grocery items. Job insecurity is there. They just want to sell and make a little bit of money, like 20, 30, 100, 500 dirhams or 1,000 dirhams a month. And there also you want them to register and pay. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how they're going to implement this rule, but I find this rule stupid. Okay. Next one is, I got this message which was put on social media, and only then I found out. It seems 2 young men or women, or must be men, it says youth, they are fined a total of 500,000 for insulting someone. Okay, so these 2 young youths, they insulted a man on social media. So what did they do? It seems that this guy, let me read it out to you. The young men were fined 500,000 after the Abu Dhabi court of first instance found them guilty of sending insulting messages to another person on Snapchat. Okay, there are many idiots who do that. Okay, forget Snapchat. I receive insults every single day. Okay, the victim saved the account names of the perpetrators and the offensive message on a flash drive for the prosecution, adding that he didn't know their real identities. The video message and voice noted insulted the man by calling him, the bad word was silly. Okay, so they are giving these 2 young men a fine of 500,000 for calling someone silly. On the USB, the public prosecution found a video of the first accused man insulting the victim, and his face appeared when he was saying, Kamam kamam wala kamam. And the voice note on the second accused person said, bayeki, which means silly. So, the serious crime is not, he didn't say motherfucker, he didn't say your father's a fucking gay pig. No. He didn't say fuck you. No. The bad word that he used, the insult, he called him silly. And because he called him silly, they are being fined $500,000. What a serious crime. The funny thing is, which I'll speak to you about, a rape case, which I'll speak to you. There are very serious crimes which are happening in UAE. Prostitution, human rights violation, rape, and unpaid salaries. That they'll not bother. That they'll not do anything. But if you call someone silly, they'll charge you $500,000. Good. Talion. UAE is great. Okay. Next one. This one I found very comedic. It seems no one has the right to insult you in UAE. No one. Oh, okay. This was June 30th. An idiot. I call this guy an idiot. He wrote, at my workplace, we have a senior manager who swears at us during meetings when he's disappointed. Okay. I understand our work is very stressful, but does it give him a right to insult his colleagues? You're not a fucking colleague. You're working under him, so shut the fuck up. Okay. I would like to know how to file a complaint against him. Your fucking brains are up your ass. Because imagine you complain against the boss. You make a court case. Boss goes to jail. Or boss has a court case. And then you want to come back and work in the same company by which you have a fucking visa. And you can't leave the company. And you expect the company to keep quiet. You expect the manager to keep quiet. You expect people to keep quiet. Where is your fucking common sense? Okay. I do not have any recording of his swears or insults, but my colleagues can stand as witness. Oh, okay. So all of you will stand as witness and disrupt the company's operation by making a court case. Here's the thing which you don't consider is you'll have to get a lawyer, you'll have to book a court case, you'll have to travel by cab, you'll have to take days off, which your company may not give, and then maybe your employee will bamboozle your life and make it fucking miserable. So if you're prepared to do all that, just because he gave me bad words, he called me bad words. Oh, fucking. So it seems in accordance with the Article 374 of the Federal Law 3 of 1987 of issuance of the Penal Code of UAE, punishment by detention for a period not exceeding 6 months and a fine of 5,000 dirhams for slander or abuse if transmitted by the phone or face-to-face and the victim in the presence of the third party. So just imagine this. They jail the manager. They charge him, jail the manager for 6 months. They charge him 5,000. So you have destroyed that guy's life by putting him in jail for 6 months. 5,000 bucks fine. You have disrupted the company's operations, and then you expect to go to the same company and work for the next, couple of months. That's the first question which I wonder. Second thing is, do you have that much money and time to book a lawyer where you have to spend 25,000 dirhams, or you have to spend for court case charges to make the paper, go to the court, come back, go to the court, come back, go to the court. It might drag on for 1 year or 2 years. So you have time for all this? Fucking stupid, man. Then why the fuck are you doing it? Why don't you go back to your own fucking country and, hope that, And here's the best question of all. If you were a star performer, if you are really achieving your targets, if you were a star employee, they would shower you with praises. The reason why he must be calling you bad words is because maybe you're a fucking jackass. That's why. So these are my views anyway. Fucking idiot. Okay, next one. Comedy. This one is comedy. You want comedy? UAE started to put comedy jokes. Khaleej Times thought they would start with a humorous article. Let me share with you the humorous article. UAE has become more affordable for residents despite higher cost of living. UAE and affordable. Oh, this is okay. Let's wait. The joke climax is coming. Let's enjoy the joke. Dubai and Abu Dhabi ranking in the cost of living index went up in 2019. Okay, globally it went up as per reports, but as per this article it says, but the actual cost of living is declining. Oh, this is so funny. How is it declining? Because the cost of housing rentals is declined. The cost of commodities is declined. Let me tell you something which you don't use your brains, the journalist. You know why the housing is declining? The housing cost is declining because it was overinflated, it was overcharged, it was unreasonable. Where the actual rent is supposed to be 20,000, you start charging, and I'm not exaggerating, from 20,000, I remember 20,000, it was increased to 45,000, to 60,000, to 80,000, to up to 120,000. So they put 100,000 on top of 20,000. And after you made it 120,000, now you're saying, oh, it's no longer 120,000. Now it is 40,000. We are giving you a discount. It is not you are making it cheaper. It's just coming back to the mean because you exploited people and you're losing people and nobody wants to fucking buy and there are empty apartments and you have taken loans from the bank and you've built so many fucking buildings and apartments and now your ass is getting fucking jacked and that's why you reduce the rent. So that's why it's proving to be affordable because you fucked up and now you are desperate. And the price of commodities are coming down is because there are less people. People are leaving the country and so there are less people to purchase. If a man and his wife and his children, before they were staying as a family, but you increase the price of the school fees, you increase the price of visa, you increase the price of every fucking thing, including rent. So the husband said, children go back home to India or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Wife, go back home. Okay, I will stay as a bachelor here and I will stay not in a 2-bedroom, I'll stay in a sharing apartment. Okay. So what happens is the purchasing power got reduced. And that is why where before there was a family of, let's say, 4 people and 4 people were eating and 4 people were buying, 4 people were going to movies and 4 people were buying clothes. Now there's only one. So the one person doesn't go for movies. The one person doesn't go out to eat. The one person doesn't spend on expensive stuff. So that's why you got fucking jacked. That's why you have reduced the price. So it's not you're doing favors. Oh, it's become more affordable. No, it is getting fucking bankrupt. There are no fucking buyers. There are only sellers. So why did you tell the truth, Khalid Times, instead of bullshitting? And if you thought the joke was finished, as per this article, we see from a global perspective, as per the article, Dubai was expensive, but now when you're living in a country with decreasing prices, it's a wow. As per this, Nirav Shah, who's a director of the Fame Advisory Group, better you go get checked. Okay, he says, Dubai is more attractive than cities like London and New York. Wow, really? It's more attractive than London and New York? What salaries do you pay in London? What salaries do you pay in New York? Do you pay the same per hour in Dubai? Do you pay per hour, my dear? No, you don't pay per hour. Okay. Second one, do you see people being exploited? Do you see corporate racism explicitly in New York and London? Do you see that? No, you don't see. You see it in UAE. Do you see people saying, I'm local and they get paid more money? Do you see it in New York? Do you see it in London? No, you don't see. How you can compare New York to Dubai? Where is New York? Where is London? Where is Dubai? It's like comparing Dubai to Pondicherry. Oh, Dubai is so great because Pondicherry. Then why don't you compare it to Somalia and say, Dubai is so expensive. Look at Somalia, so affordable. Dubai is so expensive. Apple to apple, my dear. Apple to apple, not apple to watermelon. Next one, he says, for example, education in Dubai is 30% cheaper. 30% cheaper than Abu Dhabi. You fucking idiot. Dubai is cheaper than Abu Dhabi because Abu Dhabi is fucking more expensive in rent. That is why, for example, a salesperson in Dubai, if he gets 3,000, the same job in Abu Dhabi, he'll get 5,000. Do you know why? Because the fucking rent for, let's say, an apartment 20,000 in Dubai. Same apartment size is not 20,000 in Dubai. It will be 60,000 or it will be 45,000. You don't have to believe me. Just cross check. So in Dubai, Abu Dhabi is more expensive than America. How can you fucking compare this fucking article doesn't fucking make sense. And then you have this guy. What's his name? Vladimir Vrozovsky. Vladimir Vrozovsky, General Mobility Consultant for Mercer Mina. Let's see what great stuff he says. While cities in the UAE have risen up the ranks of cost of living in many countries, it is very appealing location to expats. Very appealing. Why? Because very competitive compensation package. What compensation package? That is Gand. You know, get a guy who speaks Hindi and find out what is Gand. Gand package. Okay. Falling real estate prices. It's falling because nobody's fucking buying. It's fucking sand. You're building a fucking tower in the middle of the fucking desert. So what fucking value does it have? Oh, and do you know why it's fucking falling? Because there's going to be the threat of fucking war. So people don't want to fucking put their money. High safety standard. Oh, you must have missed the fires that are taking place in Dhar. High safety standard. And healthy economy. Which drug are you taking? What are you smoking, Mr. Vladimir Vygotsky? See? You're a global mobility consultant. The company better shut down if they have brains like yours. What rubbish people are talking. You know, when you get cartoons like this, you begin to wonder, what is the value of education? What is the value of having professionals when they talk shit? You want the climax? The best joke of the century. This is the jokest, funniest joke of the century. And let me share with you this. Get ready to laugh. Get ready to explode. It'll be like an orgasm. Like, explosion. Like, when you didn't have sex for very long and when a girl touches you and you didn't shag or didn't have sex for very long and a girl touches you and you climax. This article will give you that explosion. What is the article? It says, UAE salary packages are the best in the GCC. Oh, what a fantastic joke. Fantastic. Mind blasting. It's exploding. My nuts are growing. My ball became so big, even my ball is jiggling. Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. Kalish time. UAE salary is the best in the GCC. Okay, wait. Let's read. Mid-level expat working in UAE earns a whopping, instead of whopping, they should put fucking, earns a whopping 320,000 per annum. That is 27,000 dirhams. Congratulations. Mid-level expat, 27,000. My God. Which expat is this? Which job is this? College times. Which drugs you're smoking? Please, you give me the name. I will also buy. I also want to smoke the same shit. Okay. As per, let's read some more funny stuff. The UAE is home to large number of expatriates thanks to a handsome remuneration package. It's not beautiful, it's handsome. Hi. It's so handsome. And it's offered to professionals by local and foreign entities. And Dubai's position as a regional financial hub. Fantastic. So UAE is home because of handsome. So handsome. Oh, new fair and lovely. Okay. However, as per CEO World, they have ranked Dubai and Abu Dhabi as the 100 cities that offer the highest. It's like the biggest erection. The average salary of Dubai is 10,600 dirhams. That means any person in Dubai gets an average salary of $2,888. Fantastic. I'm telling you, the laborers, the cleaners, the people in McDonald's, the taxi drivers, so lucky to get 10,600 dirhams. Oh, my vagina, sorry, my penis is jumping with joy. Oh, UAE, you are giving me an orgasm. Nadine Obaid, UAE's country manager for bed.com. Let's see what great stuff she has. Nadine the Great. She said, the top factors which are causing the salaries to increase, which are going up like erections, are growth in opportunities, economic growth. Wow! Dubai economic growth, $20 billion loan, economic growth, good corporate performance, like by, bed.com's performance, same like that, just like that, Dubai's one, and increased profitability. Fantastic. Nadine Obaid, you should be UAE's country manager, nowhere else, only in UAE. Then she also says, indeed, the UAE is the most booming market. Boom, like that bomb that exploded in that oil tank. Boom. It's a booming market. It's exploding every day. Like I told you, when a girl touches you and you get that climax like that, it's booming. The competitive jobs regionally and globally, many talented professionals are looking to make their next break in Dubai. Nadine, they are breaking in Dubai. They are not getting their break. They are breaking. Okay. Then she also noted that job seekers face challenge of supply versus demand in a country that is packed with lucrative career opportunity. It's not lucrative. It's like lubrication. When you put a condom, you have to put lubrication. That because they're putting it up your ass. Okay. In a lucrative career opportunity such as UAE, which is attractive, and she puts the creme de la creme. When you do creme de la creme comes out. Creme de la creme. Okay, from talent all over the world. Nadine, thank you so much. No wonder you're working for bed.com. No wonder you're the country manager. After reading this article, I'm sure many companies will come and offer you a job. Such a wisdom you have. Wow. It is like, it is like saying, Loy, you are so handsome. Nadine, fantastic. She says UAE is the booming market, booming. And one other guy, it seems, Murtuza Khan. Competition for talent, it is coming also from the fourth industrial revolution. I don't know how many revolution. I knew only one revolution, but he knows the fourth revolution. So congratulations to all the people who are getting 10,000 dirhams per month. Congratulations. That is the average salary. And the mid-level managers are getting 27,000 dirhams. Oh, fantastic. This is fantastic. UAE, please go to UAE. Fantastic. And please contact this bed.com. They will give you this big salary. Okay. In fact, I think Nadine and Obaid and Murtuza Khan didn't read this article. 300 workers were left. They didn't get paid a salary. I'm sure each of these workers were getting 10,000 dirham salary. Average salary, as per that report, that they're getting 10,000 dirhams. So 300 workers were left without salaries of a private firm. It seems they have not received their salary for several months. Indian Consul General, Mr. Vipuls, told Khaleej Times that he asked members from the council to visit the employer premises. He said that many of the workers, as per this article, same Khaleej Times, their salaries were 7,000 dirhams, which is hardly $200 per month, to 1,500 dirhams, which is around, I think, $400 or $300. So these people are getting 700 to 1,500 dirhams. They have not been paid from 3 months to 6 months. They don't have any proper documents. They have no source of income. They can't return home. They can't beg because begging is illegal in UAE. They can't complain against the company because they don't have the funds. They can't protest against the company because that is illegal in UAE. So the only thing that is legal is for them to sit and wait because the company is not paying them. There are workers whose, one of them said, my wife is suffering from cancer. I want to return back to the family. Haven't received my salary for 3 months. My visa is expired. Emirates ID is expired. I have no money to pay for overstay. I just want to go back home as my daughter, who's 13, has dropped out of school to take care of my wife. My mother is also old and ailing, and I'm the only breadwinner. And now I cannot even work. So this is a situation of, people in UAE. Maybe bed.com, that lady Nadine who said UAE is one of the most booming markets. Should visit such people and wonder why such a booming market and why they are not getting paid. See, the keeping all the sarcasm aside, my question to you is this: Have you thought about the fact that if people are not paid for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, or I know even companies that are not being paid for 2 years, okay? People are afraid to go against these companies because they have the funds or they have the contacts, connections, or whatever. So what sort of security does the Middle East offer, where the local is superior to you? The laws support rich guys. The laws support those who are powerful. The laws don't support normal people, average people. So this seems to be a common place. And the way they are putting it is as if it's an everyday thing. If it was your country, your own country, and they don't pay month end, you can have a protest, you can go to the police, you have rights. Okay, because it's your own country. But when you go to a foreign country and you complain, they can fucking put you in jail and say you are antisocial. Like in UAE, you can't protest. Even if your salary is not paid, you cannot protest. If you're without any funds, you can't even pay. You can't even ask because it's illegal. However, this what they're doing is, it's not illegal. I find this so retarded. Another one. This one, jobless man, he gets 10 job offers. Now, I want you to pay attention how they've made this article sound. They made it sound as if it's a very inspiring article, it's a good news article. But I will share with you my thoughts. Now, what he says is, this man, he didn't have a job in UAE. In desperation, he tweeted to the Indian minister. And so Rajesh, who worked as a sales associate for a supermarket in Jumeirah, didn't receive his salary for months together, which seems very normal in UAE. Very normal that you don't receive your salary. He lived on charity. He had a wife and daughter and a bank loan of 37,000 dirhams, roughly $10,000, which he didn't pay for 8 months. So in desperation, he replied to this Minister of State of External Affairs, some V. Muralidharan. Okay. So he sent him a tweet, he tagged him, "Sir, I'm in Dubai, my company closed, 6 months, no salary, no electricity, I want to go to India, please help me." And he put his mobile number. So the minister, obviously, being in a public platform, he wants to show, I'm very generous, I support my people also. So out of the 1 billion population, which half of them, I don't do anything. Oh, Twitter people are looking at me, media is looking, let me show I'm so generous. Vote for. Okay. So he said, we have to save Rajesh. Out of the 1 billion, millions who are suffering, let them suffer. This one media is looking. Camera, please help him. So they helped him. 1 out of 1 billion. Fantastic. So they helped him. And this guy got 10 job offers. As for his this thing, it says, one good Samaritan is coming to meet me today. He has assumed that this is a good Samaritan who is coming. Maybe this guy, next employer will bamboo him even more. He has not thought about that. Maybe he'll have the same content. Maybe he'll have to work like a dog. He has not thought of it. He's a good Samaritan is coming to meet me. Such a great guy. To my company accommodation. Here's my question to you. Forget the stupidity that he's assuming that a good Samaritan is coming. He thinks it's charity. Okay, forget all that. If this minister didn't respond, what would this guy do? In fact, my bigger question to you is, there are hundreds of thousands of people in the Middle East, Indians who are being exploited, Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans, Bangladeshis, who are being exploited, who are not being paid salaries on time. You think the minister is going to help all of them? In fact, the bigger question is, have you thought about the fact that this is very normal for countries like this? It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. But this will continue. Okay. Anyway, minister helped one person. Good. Vote for you. Not me. Somebody else will vote for you. Okay. Next one. It seems Bloomberg has decided to write an article about Mr. Shetty, billionaire Shetty, NMC. He is the 76-year-old. I think he's 76-year-old. Okay, B.R. Shetty. So 76. He's a native from Karnataka, southwest of India. He moved to Abu Dhabi in 1973. He founded the NMC in 1975. It's today the UAE's largest private healthcare sector provider. Okay. So he had floated his company in London, and then he became billions of billions. But it seems he's having a not so good day in office. Why? Because this Persian Gulf hotel operator, NMC Health, where he's a co-chairman and major shareholder, it is shares values are plunging. Why? Because there is lack of governance. It seems it has taken too much debt for acquisition, and its accounting is not very transparent. People are starting to worry about it. And it seems that even shares of Finabler, which is the payment processing company, is on a UAE exchange, many people know that, is trading below the official offering price. So bearish speculators started selling shares, started shorting the shares, 23%. So it seems that Shetty is not very happy because the shares fell by 2.2% in terms of value. However, obviously, they have their spokesperson who are saying that, no, don't worry, we are very stable, we will make it very transparent, the accounting and the governance and everything else will improve. So let's hope for the best. Anyway, he has made billions. His worth, it seems that his worth is around 1.6 billion pounds as per regulatory disclosure. So he has enough and more money, and he's 76 years old. I mean, what do you want to do now, man? Anyway, it's but if you actually look at it, NMC shares, which have advanced more than 1,000% since being listed in 2012, have only fallen by 42%. So where is 1,000%? Where is 42%? Oh. So not a bad day for Shetty. Anyway, next one. This one I found very retarded news, which I want you to hear it and decide for yourself. So this Emirati guy, this is a Gulf News report on June 30th. Emirati guy, he has been acquitted, means you're free, you're not guilty. He has been acquitted of raping a woman accountant. Now, let me just outline the story. So this 24-year-old Moroccan accountant, they're very beautiful and they like to dress up sexy and hot. So she was at a nightclub and she came out 3 a.m. and she was waiting for a taxi to go home. So 40-year-old Emirati, good guy, at 3 in the morning, maybe he was praying to God or something. He thought, I'll go for a drive. Just eat burger, drink chai, and maybe pray to Allah, to God. He see, oh, Allah Akbar, so beautiful. So he said, come my sister, I drop you home. She said, no, I don't want you drop me home. So local, they don't know no. For them, lah means try again. So he tried. She told him no. If she had tried maybe Indian said poda something, you would have understood, but she's up. So she continued chatting on the phone and he kept persisting, but she said no. And she was talking to a Syrian florist. She was talking to another guy on the phone and she dodged this Emirati. She took a taxi and went back to her home in Al Nar. Okay, so took a taxi. But it seems as she walked into the building, Emirati was there, magic show. He was there. From the car, he just appeared there and stood behind her. Now what doesn't make sense is, okay, taxi parked. Just imagine, the local guy must have parked his car somewhere and ran chasing with his kandura and followed her. She didn't notice all this. Okay, fine. Walked into the building. She still didn't notice. Once she is standing at the elevator, then she notices, you, from where did you come? Okay, magic. Okay, I don't know how. Okay. So he found this lady there. Okay, and then he followed her into the elevator and he stood with her. So the guy asked you for a lift. You said no. Then you see this guy in the elevator with you and alarm bells are not ringing. You're not shocked. I don't know if you're shocked or not shocked. This guy is there. Okay. Then it seems that he wanted to ensure that she arrived home safely because she was drunk. What a nice guy. Such a kind heart. See, this is the thing. These Emiratis have such big heart. Some of the locals. Very big heart. Very nice guy. God-fearing. Very good guy. Okay. She is drunk and he just wanted to make her, my sister, I just want to make sure you go, Allah, you go home, you're safe. Okay. But the 24-year-old still chatting with a friend in the lift. I don't know how they get the range, but must be a very powerful phone. Anyway, she, even after seeing the local guy there, who's following her, still she took out her keys to her flat. Okay. And then it seems that after she took out the keys, she, imagine, you go out from the elevator, you walk, and the Emirati guy is following you, and then you go to your room, and the Emirati guy is following you, and still you take out the keys, and you still put it inside. No, you should not run away, or you should not call for help, or should not go to the police station. No, you should still go from the elevator to the dark room at 3 or 4 in the morning, and try to open your door with a man following you. Nothing suspicious here. Okay. She opened the door and then it seems the defendant forced her to unlock the door and kicked the door down to the floor. Kicked her. Okay. She is inside. Then he moved in, snatched the phone, disconnected. Then he shut the door. Very interesting. So if it was a Hindi movie, they would say, "Bachao, help! Help!" She would shout. I don't know whether everyone in the building was wearing these soundproof like Bose white noise cancellation headphones, because I don't know, nobody was listening, or maybe it was a silent, like she was screaming maybe in low volume, "Help! Help! Help!" Okay, whatever. So it seemed he clicked on the floor, closed the door, snatched the phone. Then he threatened to kill her. Then he carried her to the bedroom. He even carried her. Such a nice guy. He carried her and then he raped her. Okay. So by the time the Syrian florist, he rushed to the aid of this Moroccan friend. He rushed. Like Superman, he came, parked the car, took the elevator, came there. This Emirati guy must have real good, because normally I last only 5 minutes. This guy was still fucking. Imagine, even if he stays nearby, would have taken at least 10 to 15 minutes, but this guy managed to come very fast. So after 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever, he found this guy still raping her. He rushed to the aid of the Moroccan friend, stormed into the flat. That means he parked the car, took the elevator, found the house. Door was open. I don't know. They forgot to lock the door. Okay. And stormed into the flat, pulled the Emirati away. He was naked. Or was he wearing clothes? Or they finished having sex and they were sitting there and they drink coffee. Okay. Pulled it. And the Emirati broke a flower vase. He broke a flower vase and used the vase to threaten the Syrian man. Okay. Hey, you come near me, I will kill you. And then only the Emirati guy decided, okay, now this guy's come, chal, I'll run away. So he ran away. And then they called the police. So prosecutors said there was physical violence, there was rape. Okay. What a fantastic story. Wow. When I listen to stories like this, I sometimes think like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars sounds more believable. Either the Emirati is bullshitting or this Moroccan girl is bullshitting. I mean, what an extraordinary story. But whatever said and done, really entertaining. If I was the if I was the judge, I would be like, oh my goodness. Personally, what I look at it as, this Moroccan lady, she's bullshitting somewhere. This Emirati guy is also bullshitting somewhere. Maybe they agreed for sex, but then, something went wrong. Maybe he didn't pay her money, or she asked him money, he said no. There's something funny. Give me your thoughts on this bloody incident. I find it so fucking retarded. Anyway, next one. Prosecution for travelers. I found this to be a very strange article. If you can make sense of this, I would like to know your views, because it says, as per UAE's Federal Public Prosecution, they've launched this new initiative whereby, see, I'll read it out to you, okay? So just to make sense, has launched a smart initiative designed to investigate and execute pending criminal cases traveling from the country's port of entry and exit. Okay, between 50 to 30 minutes, the government has announced. So they'll have a court case within 15 to 30 minutes. So let's say you're a criminal. My understanding is, if you're a criminal and you pass by Dubai, they'll have a kind of court case on you because you're a criminal, you have crimes in some other country. And it seems that they will be, they'll speed up the litigation, facilitate processes and reduce cost, and then they'll allow you to go. Okay. So it seems that to execute this, they will introduce fines. So you'll have to pay fines. So what I see it as is, it's a very, good way of making money. You're a criminal, okay, court case, pay 100,000, yalla go, no problem. All the best, enjoy good flight, enjoy Emirates Airlines. That's what I look at it as. This is a easy way to make good money because there are so many criminals passing by, Dubai being the hub. So, I don't know, I just find this so stupid. I don't know, you can tell me if I'm wrong, right? I just find this so confusing. Anyway, next one is Sheikh Hamdan. It seems he chairs a meeting. He chairs a meeting to have this amazing meeting, and the agenda is, what will we do to implement a 50-year plan? I find it a little funny because you don't know whether your economy will survive next year, 1 year. Instead of planning for 1 year and giving a sustainable plan, you're planning for 50 years. It's like me telling you, man, let's have a meeting to discuss what we will do in the next after 100 years. Not 2019, 2001, 2119. What we'll do then? You look at me and wonder, like, what the fuck are you talking about 100 years, man? Just talk about what you'll do for the next few months. UAE keeps announcing this big project, like the 1 mile high tower, Nakil, and waterfront, which is going to be 750,000 houses in the water. We'll build Palm 1, 2, 3. We'll have logistics city. We'll have outsource city. We'll have outsource zone, academy zone, and we'll plan for the next 10 years. And you don't achieve anything, and you keep planning for 50 years. My simple advice to you, government, or whichever idiot is advising this nonsense, forget 50 years. Focus on the next 50 hours and see if you can achieve that fucking target. Just focus on the fucking month. Okay, you want to keep our target every year. Achieve that and show. You don't fucking achieve that. You're on bloody $20 million loan. And you're talking 50 years. After 50 years will be this. You don't know whether you live or die, man. Fucking nonsense. I don't know where it's fucking advisor and from where these idiots come. You want another joke? Expo 2020, which is supposed to generate 200,000 jobs. Wow, 200,000 jobs. They have advertised how many jobs? They have advertised, let me tell you, exact number. They have advertised 8 jobs. 8. So, 199,992 jobs left. 8 jobs. So, 8 jobs for Expo 2020. I remember the ad, one of the articles said, Expo 2020 is going to generate 200,000 jobs. Wow, 200,000. They've only put 8 jobs. Wonder what happened to the rest of the jobs. Just like Saudi. You remember Saudi? You remember that 1 mile high tower? What happened to it? Any news? Anybody knows what the fuck happened to that 1 mile high tower? They keep announcing all this big shit. Big, oh, we will do this vision, underwater hotel, tower to the sky, taxi, it'll be what? Electric taxis and all fucking big announcements. Nothing. They don't fucking achieve anything. They just try to make headlines. All fart. Just farting. They don't execute anything. By the way, the next one is, which I was pretty surprised that Gulf News even shared this article and shared the videos, because I got it from this website, godlikeproductions.com. Godlikeproductions.com. The link I'll put down below, but please mind you, the videos are very graphic. It's about this in Kazakhstan. An Arab posted an image about himself, photograph of himself with a Kazakh woman, and it seems that he called her a whore or a prostitute. Next thing you know, the Kazakh locals of Consolidated Contractors Company, they just rounded up all these Jordanians and Lebanese, even the ones who didn't have anything got to do, they rounded them up and they beat the fucking shit out of them. I mean, I want you to have a look at the video, but please be careful because it's very graphic. I'm not going to show those images. Very, very violent, very violent. I mean, they're kicking the guy on his face and it's bleeding and they're full of blood, and it was really bad. So it seems a foreign ministry as spokesperson said that the Jordan ambassador officially requested to protect the Jordanian employees, and it seems he'll even be visiting the place. Personally speaking, I don't have anything against any Arabs, Muslims, or whatever. Violence is never the answer. And I mean, okay, the guy who put the image, okay, prosecute him through the law. Don't take the law in your hands. And I hate when people do this. I just hate it. And poor thing. I mean, these guys had nothing to do with this thing. They got involved in this scandal. And by the way, the guy who sent the tweet, I mean, he's vanished and nobody knows where the fuck he is. Next one is, like I told you, Bahrain has Bahrainization, Oman has Omanization, Saudi has Saudiization and all that. It seems more than 2,000 Bangladeshis are leaving Bahrain per month because no work visas have been issued. It seems the Bangladeshi Embassy Labour Council, Sheikh Tahidul Islam, he quoted in Gulf Daily News, GDN, saying that a fifth of those people who are leaving are quitting the country because they found it difficult to live in Bahrain, manage the expenses. The rest are being deported, and many of them are not being issued new work visas. So, which is pretty. It's I don't know, but I can tell you one thing: it's going to impact. It's going to impact Bahrain. It's going to impact the Middle East really, really bad. Okay, next one is now I'll read out some of the emails that were sent me, or emails or comments that were sent to me by people. Obviously, I'll censor their names. This one was sent by a guy who works for Souk.com or Amazon.ae, and he has put a slightly large email. The summary of the whole email is, I'll just put a screenshot so you can just pause it and have a look at it. He claims that there is, favoritism in the company. Okay, there's favoritism, which I don't see it being exclusive for only UAE, or I think it happens everywhere. There are politics, there is favoritism. If someone likes someone, or if they see a sexy female and the guy's weakness for women, I think it's very normal. So, but he says this is happening quite a lot in Amazon.ae or Souk.com. Okay. Next one I got, this one from a gentleman based in UAE. He has been there for many, many years. He says that, okay, hi Loy, I'm pretty sure you heard this, but recently there's been a mass army recruit. Basically, the UAE army is recruiting non-locals who are born in UAE. I know many that have applied, and one of them has asked if he knows the Persian language. They are offering 10 to 15,000 dirhams a month. Okay. So I guess the UAE is increasing its army size. This is one of my regular readers or viewers. Ashish Devnani, he says, "Well, I'm a follower on YouTube. My question to you is, why do employers impound their employees' passports once he is on their employment visa in UAE or anywhere in the Gulf territory?" This is a practice that was followed in the Middle East early on when there were no laws. And it's a habit. It's just become a habit that everyone takes the passport. The employers feel this is my right. If you work for me, you're my slave. I have to keep your passport. You can't take the passport and go away. So, it is just a very unprofessional habit that has been passed on from generation to generation, which I think has to be discontinued because it's unethical, it's wrong. Globally, it has been proved that you cannot keep the passport. It belongs to the country, it belongs to the individual. Okay, why can't a worker in Dubai just apply for a lost passport if his employer took a passport? Because if he has to employ for a lost passport, there are legal proceedings, there are step-by-step legal proceedings by which you have to do that. You have to even maybe put it in the newspaper, you want to make a public announcement. So then it is an even more complicated process. So then the company will ask you, why the fuck you're doing that? And nobody wants to go through all that. Okay, next one is, this was written to me by a friend of mine long this thing, so obviously I may not be able to share the screenshot. He says that he has had a friend with 12 police cases with over 7 million dirhams, which he had to pay other people, and credit card. He was forced to close his business, but eventually he bribed a Sharjah immigration officer 50,000 dirhams, and he fled to India through Sharjah airport. He says anyone can flee, and most of them are running away in this manner. He had a lot of business from the government, but it seems the contractors did not pay him, for which he got himself in a 7 million debt. 12 bounce checks, credit card defaults, his Emirates ID, car registration, everything was expired. But the only way he could get away from this is to run away, because there are no bankruptcy laws. So another guy has shared with me, like I told you, if the government doesn't pay, you can't do anything. However, if you have to pay the government, they'll make sure that you pay immediately. I also got the video of the cricket fight that took place between, it seems, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pretty bad. I mean, it's if you see the video closely, you'll see small children sitting there, and they're throwing this big metal object, and it's falling on people's heads. I mean, it's so fucking crazy. It's supposed to be a fucking sport. Why the fuck do you guys behave like this? I can never understand the mentality of people when they do all this shit. Anyway, next one, I got this message from a guy in India. His name is something. I don't want to share his name. He's asking, am I loyal Machedo? I said, yes. Give me a Dubai number. I'm working in Dubai. He wants me to provide him with a fake degree, which is attested. Yeah, mate, I don't do fake degrees, okay? That's not the business that I do. So I blocked this guy. He's a fucking idiot. Another one is, this is a British expatriate. I've censored his number. It seems that his business and everything was taken over by a local guy, and it was seized, and, he had to run away. So I had not taken his permission to share his information, so I'm not sharing. Then I got these. This was a nice comment. I normally share with you comments of people being rude to me, but this gentleman, Mac Fishing UAE, is a local guy, Emirati local. Just see, even though I've shared a video that speaks against UAE, or my views are different, he's very polite. He says, guys, this video is old, talking of that Emirati lady fighting with this one lady who was wearing sexy dress, whatever. Says, guys, this is an old video, and FYI, UAE authorities took action against a local lady. This is not our tradition to put our nose into any nationality, way they look, they dress, or their skin. We do respect anyone who visits UAE. Thank you for addressing the matter. Regards. A lot of respect to our local guy. I mean, they're very classy. The real Emirati locals are very classy, and nothing but respect for them. Next one, Kian Annalie, she says, your videos are cool, but your face and accent is annoying. Stop looking at my face. Just put on the video and don't look at my face. Look at Tom Cruise. Okay, I can't help it. My face is my face. Next one, Amelia B. People sometimes go out of their way to be offended. Very true. I totally agree with Amelia B. This was a video which claims that it was shot in UAE, in Dubai, that the people are fighting over iftar, over food. I don't think this video is shot in Dubai, and well, there can be various reasons why they fought over iftar. Put the link down below, have a look at it. Pretty funny. Last but not the least, Gulf News, I think, is really dying for viewership because they're putting newsworthy articles like this one. And the article title is, why did the monkey, Salman Khan offered a monkey a bottle of water? Why did the monkey refuse it? So this is what Gulf News has come down to. It's the quality articles. Why did this Indian film actor offer a monkey a bottle of water? Read. It seems this is the reality of couples in UAE. Wife is asking, where are you? And the guy is answering, I'm at work right now. I'm so busy, I'll call you later. So I found it pretty funny. Yeah, and last but not the least, this one I thought I must share with you. It seems a UAE expat insults her husband. It's a lady. She insults her husband in front of her kids. So what does the husband, local guy, do? He takes her to court. He takes her to court for insulting him in front of the husband. He is so afraid of his wife. She must be this wild cat who likes to maybe claw him. So he didn't know how to control her. He took her to court. Asian woman is accused of verbally abusing her poor husband. It seems the case was on February 27, 2019. And because she insulted him so badly, he made it a court case. However, as per this report, he said he will try to reconcile with his wife and for his children's sake, and maybe give the wife a second chance. So let's hope and pray the poor local shokal, the poor local, doesn't have to face the wrath of the Asian woman. So anyway, guys, these were the articles and videos and comments that people shared. You know, put your comments. I always answer them. I always read them. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. And yes, until next time, this is me saying goodbye for now. Take care.